Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second World Citizen Artist Show. Today we have Kat and Tony. Kat and Tony were finalists and nominees in the first World Citizen Artist competition. And they're here today with us to share what they've been doing since. So hi, Kat and Tony.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Noon on Saturday in Lake Arrock.
Where are you based now?
Well, we're in the Fraser Valley of British Columbia.
And how is it going in terms of lockdown?
Well, we kind of live in a state of lockdown anyway in our lovely house, so we're okay. We're out in the bush, so we're good.
In terms of British Columbia, hasn't done too bad. They've gone on to a phase 2, so a bit more things are opening up as of this week. So as of Monday.
Mind you, all of the gigs for musicians
They're all gone.
They're all gone at the moment, but they'll come back.
So you're a duo, you're a couple, and you're in a lockdown. How has this been working in terms of music creativity? And
oh well, we've been doing a bit of recording just that we probably wouldn't have otherwise done, and play a bit, but it's not quite the same as having regular gigs that keep you going. And we haven't been playing much with the band because we have an electric band, so we haven't been doing that. But on the other hand, it's fine. We just hang about.
Yeah.
We play together sometimes, so that's all been all right.
And you have been through many different musical experience. Would you be able to explain a little bit to the audience from when you started, which music style you started with, and how it's evolved until today?
Well, I don't know if when we met, we were together in a Western swing band that Tony had founded, but both of us are singer-songwriters and we write music together. And so we like folk, jazz, blues, country, punk. So we write in a variety of styles. We play as a duo, we play in trios, and we have a band, a 4- or 6-piece band, depending on what. So we just like a lot of different genres, and we're not limited by, well, I guess we haven't written an opera yet, but you never know.
You never know.
Writing songs about issues, what have you.
So you've been focusing on a lot of issues, like you've been promoting peace, you've been promoting solidarity. So I remember when you came to perform for us at the Bataclan in 2014 in Paris, you performed a lot in terms of peace because that's what we were promoting. So when did it start for you to promote, to perform for humanitarian issues and solidarity?
I don't know, for me, it was when I was about 11 that I started writing music like that.
I think something happened about 2012 or something like that, where I was feeling like we were playing at Earth Days and things like that, and nobody seemed to have really environmental songs, the things talking about the issues of which Earth Day is concerned with. So we started writing songs that were that would be about environmental issues, and we did them because we had the electric band to do them. We did them in a punky style because we thought, you can't do jazzy things, folky. I mean, Bob Dylan did that, so we were done there. But punk just seemed like the way to, especially something that's so urgent and has such powerful forces trying to limit it. It seems something where the sort of power and sort of almost anger from will come out better in punk. So he wrote those, and then that was an environmental group of songs that we've we probably can play them acoustically now because we played them so long. But that's what we did. That was the start of the environmental kinds of songs, less personal songs.
Yeah, and I've been writing songs about the issues of violence against women for decades, and have CDs with songs related to that on them, as well as other types of music. But certainly that's where I was coming from. But the songs that I was writing when I was 11 and 12 were about the environment, because I grew up outside of Sudbury, where the big nickel mine is, and the air pollution there was just unbelievable. So,
So is it how you both connected? Is it did you connect straight away on these topics, or in some
swing music? Something completely arbitrary and very a niche.
Yeah, the bass player from our band, she wanted to do a kind of bluegrass, kind of depressing song bluegrass act, and so she called us together. We're all in that band, but the three of us were going to do this, and so we were learning the song she wanted, really, because she was a very sweet woman. We were just trying to do whatever she wanted, really. And so then she suddenly up and left town, and we were left with this repertoire of very slow, depressing songs. We had to come up with some more lively material in order that we'd actually go somewhere. And we both wrote songs, so with songwriting, it's whatever comes up. In a way, it's not always.
And nowadays, are you getting on the music style and what you write and perform? Do you always agree, or is it sometimes?
Well, I would say about that is, we were both in other bands when we got together, and the songs that sometimes rehearsing at home for other bands and practicing things, it was a bit like a chore. But the songs I did with Kat, that was easy to do. You know, we just agreed pretty much on anything, really. It wasn't oh, I don't like that one or something. We seem to get along. I think it's been that way pretty well.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think so.
We've been together for almost 20 years, so I guess.
Oh, wow. Partners in crime.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So speaking about the issues you've been raising, you have a song which you did perform at the Bataclan. This is Our Planet.
Right.
Covers a whole range of issues.
Shall we have a go with it?
Yes.
This was a song to kind of speak, perhaps because we're doing the punk songs, we wanted one that was a bit softer. So we wrote this one, and it's going to go.
Yeah.
It's kind of about just the issues that come up, and it speaks to the, we are dealing with people who don't want to. Who don't want things to get better around the environment. They want to maintain selling oil. We lost?
We've gone somewhere else now. Don't know why.
I can see you both.
Yeah.
You can? Well, we can't see you anymore.
We can't see you anymore, and I have some weird thing going on here. And I can't make my.
So that was This Is Our Planet. It was mainly to have a sort of more mellow song. But
Let's just play it, shall we?
all right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
One, two, three.
We must connect the dots between climate change, energy shortages, water scarcity. We must connect the dots between global health, women's empowerment, food security. 'Cause this is our planet. We don't get another. We need global action. We need to stand together. Yeah, this is our planet. We don't get another. We need global action. We need to stand together. We cannot run our way to the future. We cannot pretend the danger does not exist. Those who control through war and let go of power. Their humanity's lost, so we must resist. Cause this is our planet. We don't get another. We need global action. We need to stand together. Yeah, this is our planet. We don't get another. We need global action. We need to stand together. We must connect the dots between global health, women's empowerment, food security. We must connect the dots between climate change, energy shortages, water scarcity. Cause this is our planet, our planet. We don't get another. No, no, we don't get another. We need to stand together. Yeah, this is our planet. Our planet. We don't get another. No, no, we don't get another. Global action. We need to stand together. Yeah, this is our planet. We don't get another. We need global action. We need to stand together. Cause this is our planet.
Wow. We don't get another. When you say we must connect the dots, how long have you been saying that?
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't think we're the only ones saying it. It's just in some ways it's just a list of the things that need to be done. And all these things are connected. You know, it's like if you empower women, then poverty's taken care of to some degree. You know, and it's that kind of connecting the dots. You know.
So we've met you at the Bataclan face to face for the first time, which was great to meet people from our community. So that was in 2014. What have you been up to since?
Lots of different things.
Yeah.
Certainly lots of playing. I was the artist in residence for the city of Maple Ridge, so I was doing lots of community-based social justice projects there. Homelessness was an issue, certainly. Water was an issue. I did a whole performance art piece with community on water, a water body. There was a tent city there, certainly lots of people dealing with the issues of addiction, etc. And also the fentanyl crisis came to the fore. So the toxicity in the illicit drug supply for people who used opioids, and fentanyl is a dangerous drug that in very short amounts, which it's being put into the illicit drug supply, kills people. And so that's been an issue ongoing. And for us personally, an ongoing issue because our son died of fentanyl poisoning in 2016. And it was a huge blow, and it still is. And unfortunately, we have co-pandemics. So we have COVID-19 and we have the opioid epidemic, which has been going since it was declared a provincial health emergency in 2016 here in British Columbia. But it's a worldwide pandemic as well. And I guess if you're okay, I'll just I'm going to play a song that I wrote for my son on how we must go on. Here he is, right here on my guitar. So he was 25 years old, he has 2 little boys, and that's the thing. So many people don't understand that everyone's affected. I cannot shed this sorrow no more than the skin I'm in. But as I look to tomorrow, I must begin again. There are now secrets that surely must be told. Once again a messenger, a story to unfold. Threads of gold and blue and green, unraveling in time, then weaving up this tapestry that surely must be mine. All the elements the same, arranged by hands unseen. A new design reveals itself from the world between. The forest holds me close tonight on falling wings of snow. The shining crystals blanket the world I surely know. So I love every snowflake, a heart that's gone before. You are at my shoulder, I could not love you more. I cannot shed this sorrow no more than shed my skin. But as I look to tomorrow, I must begin again. I must begin again. I will begin again. So that's certainly in solidarity with people that have lost someone to the war on drugs that basically is just killing our children. But right now with COVID-19, it's in solidarity with all of the people that have lost someone and that are grieving.
If you don't mind me asking, so you said you lost your son in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
From what was the drug that?
Fentanyl. So fentanyl is a drug that's used in hospitals. It's used for many things. It's a synthetic opioid, and it's but it's deadly in tiny quantities, and it's been introduced to the illicit drug supply. So it's in everything from what people think is heroin to cocaine to ecstasy, etc. So lots and lots of people are dying now, and people. Some of them are folks that have issues with taking drugs, and some of them are first-time users. 18-year-olds who are trying ecstasy for the first time have died. It's just, and it's a worldwide issue. So.
And as an activist through music, I can imagine that's something you've been deeply into after you passed away. Did it help in any way?
Well, I've always been an activist, and so actually, when he first died, I didn't do anything. I didn't write anything. I didn't do anything in the creative vein for a while, and then I woke up on New Year's Day, 2017, and wrote this song. And then I started to connect with others that were advocating around this issue. And I joined an organization called Mom Stop the Harm, which is a Canadian grassroots. It's an advocacy and support organization. It's momstoptheharm.com. And they were having a rally at the legislature in Victoria and British Columbia to talk about this issue. And we're still talking about this issue. And so I wrote a song called Stop the Harm because harm reduction works, and our harms for people are this massive stigma. People that use drugs are more stigmatized than lepers, seriously. And so there's the stigma, but criminalizing people for a health issue is so wrong, and that adds another layer of stigma on people. So
I think the other thing about it that's significant is with coronavirus in British Columbia, we've had about 2,500 cases of coronavirus, and we've had about 130, 140 deaths currently. But that pales in comparison to the number of people who died in this opioid crisis. That's a regular toll every month. You know, like 1,600 a year and things like that. So it's
almost 12,000 people in Canada in the last few years.
So in some ways, it's become harder to focus on it. So I must say there's been some progress because now we have to provide support to people who do use drugs in the climate of COVID. So providing safe drugs to people has started to some degree, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And Portugal is way ahead on that in terms of how their drug policy is. And it's all about policy, which is dictating who lives and who dies. And it is another pandemic that isn't being addressed.
What do you think is the solution?
The solution is looking at people who, and it's really, everyone uses drugs. Well, all our cultures use drugs of all kinds, whether it's opioids or coffee or alcohol is a huge drug. But it's regulated, and it's not criminalized, and people can go get their safe supply at the corner, whatever alcohol they want to buy. And it's the same thing. So we've decided that this classification of drugs is okay, and this one is not. And for a whole variety of reasons. In BC, it was very much a racist thing. It criminalized people that came from to work on the railroads here, and that took opium. So Chinese folks. So that really was the foothold for the crazy policy that we have now. Criminalizing people who use drugs is just, it doesn't work, as we know. It's not. So the folks that do have problems, that's a health issue. That's something that they need to get health help with, not to be put in jail for. And we've allowed a whole, crime regime to take that on. And they make a lot of money for it, and they make a lot of pain for a lot of people that wouldn't need to exist if we actually had humane responses to people who do end up having issues with drugs. Because a lot of people take drugs and they don't have become addicted.
I think you also see we've had marijuana has been legalized in Canada right across the country, and not much happened really. I mean, people who smoke pot now just go to a store instead of a dealer, and you can choose how strong and what type you want, if you didn't in the old days from the dealer. So it's nothing much happened, and it really shows how all that fighting to stop marijuana raiding people's houses, putting people in jail, and all this was pretty pointless.
And it's a waste of resources. So
Mm.
those resources could go into healthcare. And that's the thing. A lot of people who end up with issues have faced some kind of trauma, some childhood trauma. And so basically what they're doing is self-medicating, because they're killing pain. And certainly opioids are seen that way for a lot of people who have issues, that when they finally take it for the first time, it alleviates the pain, the emotional pain that they've been going through. So, but I firmly believe that once we become more humane and get that worldwide, we'll have a whole paradigm shift in how we do a lot of things. So it isn't just about what we think is this little segment of the population. It's a huge paradigm shift in humanity. So I think it's a big issue and something that we need to advocate for and pay attention to. So I wrote a song called "Stop the Harm."
Yeah.
So we play it?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Our children are dying, and so we are trying to stem the tide of this plague. We are here and we're strong, so join us in this song. Stop the harm today. Stop the harm, stop the harm. Moms be working to stop the harm. Fathers and brothers and sisters too. We gotta stop the harm today. The demon we're fighting is a stigma that's hiding all the evidence. We know what's a better way. Stop the shame, blame, incarceration, decriminalized across the nation. Come on, stop the harm today. Stop the harm, stop the harm. Moms be working to stop the harm. Fathers and brothers and sisters too. We gotta stop the harm today. To stop all the killing, we need politicians willing to be brave, stand up and do what's right, change the world. Yes, we know decriminalizing is the way to go to stop the harm today. Stop the harm, stop the harm. Moms be working to stop the harm. Fathers and brothers and sisters too. We gotta stop the harm today. Stop the harm, stop the harm. Moms be working to stop the harm. Fathers and brothers and sisters too. We gotta stop the harm today. We gotta stop the harm today. Gotta stop the harm today. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I call it.
Beautiful song. Very strong message. Very clear message.
Well,
I
it's
hope
an
we'll-
evidence-based message too, because that's the evidence, the scientific evidence, the medical evidence. We need to not criminalize people. We need to have safe supply for people that have issues. We need to be humane, and that's the evidence. That's the scientific evidence. The rest of it is people's ideology. It has nothing to do with the facts. So
I hope we'll get a chance to meet face to face again. I'm based in the UK now, so if you ever come to the UK, it would be nice to continue this conversation, definitely. Thank you very much, Kat and Tony. Is there a message you want to give to the world before we go?
be kind and love one another.
Thank you. So everyone, this was Kat and Tony. Thank you very much, and see you on the next show next week with Matt Pless. Bye.